You're going to get 3 of these for $19.98. This is a new plant for us. Free shipping and handling, 4 easy payments of $4.99. M61320 is your item number.
I know.
We have irises like in our new home. We have an iris. They're nothing they're nothing this size.
That's what these Japanese iris do for you, and these 3 in particular. They are tall. They can get to be 3 feet tall. So these are your thriller in your garden. So this, when you are thinking about a showstop, that hydrangea, showstopper in the landscape, you plant it with other plants, but it is going to be your main focal point. So 3 feet tall, and yes, the blooms on these are going to be enormous.
Ginormous.
Yes.
That's like a salad plate.
Well, they call them, dinner plate hibiscus, dinner plate dahlias, dinner plate. We don't have a name for irises, but I think we should for this one.
I'd say salad plate.
Salad plate, dessert plate iris.
Dessert plate, that's right, exactly. What are the colors that I'll be getting with this?
So we've got 3 different colors, and we've got our gracieuse, which is this one, which is more of a white and lavender. And so this has the nice yellow center. So it's really a great combination of 3 different colors. And then we've got our pink lady here, which is more of a pink with almost a deeper pink veining. And this one also has that really beautiful yellow center. And then your royal robes over here, which is aptly named for its purple color. And purple is definitely one of my favorites in the garden. And so we've got this purple royal robes with the yellow center as well.
Okay, and I mean, to see all the, the green foliage and the stems, tell me about the blooming cycle on this.
So irises typically bloom in June. And so these are going to be that flower that comes up and reblooms for the entire month. And it will give you that full season. And sometimes when your other flowers are fading, these are going to give you that full burst. And you can see here how loaded these plants get with flowers. I mean, they're covered in flowers. And their foliage too gets to be very tall. And so it's going to be, you can see the foliage is almost as tall as the flowers. So this is a 3-foot tall plant. It's a really big, massive plant.
It's totally different than my irises at home. I mean, mine only gets 1. It's maybe 2. Well, actually, that's not true. Maybe 2 or 3. I mean, it just. Yeah. But this is loaded, and you're getting 3 plants. Did we show how they look already?
Well, we have a planting demo.
Oh, we're going to show them over here. Come on over.
How they come.
Okay.
And so irises also are a fibrous root plant. And so it comes with these 3 green thumbs. And so what we like to say is green thumb up. And you dig a hole.
Let's see that real quickly. Let her see that real quickly.
Yes.
We're coming in, so you can see that. Okay. So this green thumb up, okay.
Green thumb up, and you want to plant it roots down. So make sure that you put the green side up.
Okay.
And you want to dig a hole about twice as deep and wide as the roots are. And we've got a great perlite soil here. You can plant these in containers. You can plant these in the ground. These work great either way. And then you backfill it. We've got our bigger digger here. And you press it down. And the great thing about planting iris is that it does have something sticking up. So, you've probably planted daffodils or tulips, and maybe you forget where you planted them, and you just water it in, and you're done.
And you're done. So, as far as like kind of soil, rocky soil, no? Talk to me about the kind of soil.
Irises can take any soil, and they're a great problem solver for wet areas of your garden.
Oh.
And so if you have an area maybe near a downspout, or if you have a pond that, you have a fountain, it's constantly splashing water, these guys can even withstand some standing water. So if you have a seaside garden or a garden that's near a place that gets this boggy or a low area of your garden, don't worry about it because the irises will handle it.
Wow. Okay, so 3 feet. These are about 3 feet.
Yes.
And how long, as far as what's the time from when we get the roots till we see a plant? Is it this year? Will we see it this year? Will we see it the following year?
Yeah, this year you will get flowers. Absolutely. Maybe not as many, but you will absolutely get flowers in the first year. When you grow a plant like that from a rootstock, it's a fast grower. So it has been trimmed from an older plant. It's not a new plant. It's been trimmed back from an older plant that's already been growing. So it's going to produce flowers that first year.
Talk to me about fertilizing this.
Yep, these will love our bud and flower booster fertilizer as well.
Okay.
And it's the pod that you just put in your watering can and you water it in, and these will be great with that.
Does it attract anything?
These will be a butterfly, bee, and a great pollinator plant.
Yay!
Yeah, they'll be a great plant for those. And really, they're just like that problem solver plant because they are, as we mentioned earlier, the thriller. And you may know do you know the thriller, filler, spiller concept? I got to say that 3 times
I
fast.
don't.
So a thriller, filler, spiller is when you're talking about garden design and you want one of those 3 elements in your garden. And so when you have a thriller like these Japanese iris, that is the big standout plant. It's going to be taller than the rest of your plants, and it's going to really make a statement. Okay. So a big flower head, for example. And this plant actually kind of does double duty because it's got the filler, which you want a plant that's going to produce something around the bottom. So in fact, our geraniums that we had earlier, because they'll be shaded, they would work great planted around these because they're a lower growing habit, and they're also more of a mounded shape. So you've got something that's tall, but then you have something that's rounded.
Okay, so the geraniums we saw earlier, and normally when you hear that word geranium for flowers, those are annuals that you have to buy year after year after year. The geraniums that Cottage Farms brought us are actually perennial, so they will come back year after year after year, and they can take shade, right?
Yeah, they can take shade, and in the north they can take a little bit of sun. And so these iris will shade them enough that they'll be great.
And this needs to be sun though? Or
yeah, these would like sun, and they'll like some dappled shade. They don't need to be full sun, maybe 4 hours of sun.
Okay, great.
And the 4 o'clocks that
That's
we're going to see a little
o'clocks.
bit later. Yep, the 4 o'clocks.
But don't tell them about it yet, because I don't know much about it, so I don't want her to know yet.
Well, don't tell Nancy, but these would work great. The 4 o'clocks would work great too with your irises because they're another semi-low growing plant.
Beautiful. So, excuse me, if you've trying to figure out how to do all these things, how to plant it, all that, it comes with the grower's guide, so don't worry about that. If you want to order this, you can dial 1-800-500-7590. This is a new plant for us from Cottage Farm. It's a 3-piece perennial giant Japanese iris, $19.98, free shipping and handling with a 4 easy payment plan of $4.99. And I love this idea of just having something big and grand. Like this is a giant iris.
Yeah, and
Japanese.
you can put them in the garden too, because then they will be that statement plant in your garden for that entire month of June. They will just bloom and bloom and bloom. And in the garden, I would put them towards the back of the border because they are a statement plant. I mean, look at them here. If you would like to have your own iris farm, you could get many sets of these.
I'd like to have my own iris farm, but I don't have the room for it. So if you're wondering how, when these are going to ship to you and all that, Katie's going to tell you a little bit about how they're going to come.
Yes, we are not shipping these plants to you right now. We're waiting until your last chance of frost has passed. So if you take a look at the map and match the area of the country where you live with the boxes below, the date next to that is when these iris will ship out to you.
Awesome. And then there's definitely a warranty with all your plants, so have no fear.
Right, absolutely. Cottage Farm wants to make sure that you're happy. So we warrant our perennial